This week in Destiny, May 30th, 2024, the last update before the Final Shape expansion. Bungie speaks about the Final Shape leak, Dungeons & Dragons collaboration, Final Shape artifact preview, the raid name and world's first race details, and much more. Let's dive right in. Let's first start with the biggest news that happened early this morning. I made a video on the Final Shape leaking out and players playing early on PlayStation, but here's what the Destiny 2 team has to say. Earlier today, a portion of Destiny 2 The Final Shape was accidentally pushed live on PS5's streaming service. There are currently spoilers being shared online. A small group of players were able to play some of the campaign, access collections, and other reward info coming in the Final Shape and Echoes. We recommend being very careful on social media over the next few days to avoid spoilers. Remember to exercise caution and be critical of potential misinformation. Please be considerate of others and report leaks so players can experience the conclusion of the Light and Darkness saga themselves. Thanks to all the community members who have already helped us by reporting leaks and those actively working to prevent more of the experience from being shared before its intended date. It's always extremely difficult when our team's hard work is leaked early, but we are still excited for everyone to experience the full release on June 4th together. So yeah, this did suck. I woke up randomly in the middle of the night to this information and decided to make a video to alert you about the spoilers that were being posted everywhere online. The biggest leaks seem to be parts of the collections, weapons, things like that, some lore tabs, and it doesn't seem like much story information was leaked out besides the first intro mission and cutscene or something like that, which is good for the overall experience. So they're trying to take down some of these leaks, it looks like, but be aware everywhere on social media. Today, Bungie also announced a new collaboration with Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons & Dragons. Faerun-inspired looks will be available at Eververse Store on June 4th. The new armor sets include the Apex Draconic set for Titans, the Spectral Displacer set for Hunters, and the Flayer's Dominion set for Warlocks. Additionally, the Adventurers Pack bundle will include a Queen of Dragons ship, the Owlbear Chariot Sparrow, and the Eye Tyrant Ghost Shell. More cosmetics include the Bigby's Fist Finisher and the Natural 20 emote, which will be randomly rolled each time it's used as the Fates designed. In addition, there'll also be a ghost item on the Bungie store. Here's a look at the trailer and screenshots. The armor looks pretty sick. Let's next talk about the artifact preview. With the Final Shape right around the corner, they wanted to give us an early look at the artifact perks you can expect on launch day and throughout Echoes. The three elements in focus for this artifact are Solar, Void, and Arc. You'll also find a focus on melee and swords, as well as long-range weapons, such as sniper rifles. This is the Hunter's Journal artifact. In Column 1, we have Anti-Barrier Pulse and Submachine Guns, Overload Hand Cannon, and Unstoppable Scout and Sidearm. So there's many interesting perks in columns 2 through 5. I'm not always the best when it comes to breaking these down, but I'll slow down the video if you'd like to take a look at each perk. Salvation's Edge appears to be the name of the new raid, and they talk about the world's first race. On June 7th at 10 AM Pacific Time, reset, Brave Fire teams will look to become the first to complete the new raid and take home the coveted world's first belt. As always, contest mode will be enabled for 48 hours. You will need to be at 1965 power level to be at the cap through all the encounters. In order to enter the raid, here are the requirements. Completing the Final Shape campaign in the Wildcard Exotic Quest is a requirement to launch the raid. A fair warning for any members of the fire team who do not complete the Final Shape campaign before jumping into Salvation's Edge, the raid will contain spoilers. Bungie has changed the way they track and recognize world's first completion. Fire teams will no longer be required to return to orbit to finish the race. The first team to finish every encounter and loot the final chest will be declared world's first, and have their victory immortalized with Salvation Edge's world's first raid belt. So that is definitely going to be exciting to watch. Salvation's Edge, this raid against the Witness that's been culminating for the last 10 years. Who's going to be the first team to defeat it? Along with the world's first race, there will be some Twitch Rivals events going on with some emblems and drops you can receive. If you missed it last week, the Pantheon displayed metal poster is now available by artist Gabriel Flazino. Hopefully I said that right, but me and Gabriel are currently working on a piece involving the Witness that you'll see very soon. Let's talk about Final Shape preload and sizes for your consoles and PCs. Preload for update 8.0.0.1 will be available prior to the game's release. Below are the preload timelines and instructions for platforms. For PlayStation, on June 3rd after 10 AM Pacific Time, users can start downloading the update if it doesn't leak again somehow. Navigate to Destiny 2, pressing the Options button and selecting Check for Updates. Xbox preload will be available shortly after Destiny 2 is taken offline for expected maintenance, also on June 3rd at a reset. The same for Steam, Epic Games Store, and the Microsoft Store, June 3rd at reset. Here are the updated storage requirements for the Final Shape. Before the Final Shape and servers are taken offline Monday, make sure you claim your seasonal rewards. Seasonal seals and rewards, season pass items, season vendor rewards, Shack Zavala Drifter and Saint rewards, Banshee 44 reputation items, and Bungie rewards. All that seasonal content will be going away. But Guardians, that's all we got for this week's update in Destiny 2. The Final Shape launches next Tuesday, and if you'd like to stay up to date on everything involving the expansion and its news, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.